Hi everyone, my name is Vincent Doe. I'm an educational advisor with JCYC, and just some fun facts about me is that I graduated from Galileo High School in 2014, and then attended Denison University, which is a college located in Ohio, and I graduated with a major in sociology. And I'll be doing this presentation with my colleague, Understanding College Eligibility.
Hello, everybody. My name is Carmen Chen, and I am also a educational advisor at JCYC. Like Vincent, I went to Galileo High School. For my undergrad, I went to San Francisco State University, and I majored in history. And for my master, which I'm currently doing, I'm doing a master's in education.
So before we go to the main presentation, I'm going to just kind of give you some quick information about what JCYC is. We are a college access program. We offer a lot of support. So if you need any help or you would like to meet us, definitely visit us in the college center or reach out to us. So I'm going to start talking about what the A3G requirements are. So some of you guys might have heard of it, some of you guys might not. So what they are essentially are classes that you need to take in order to graduate high school. So you might be wondering, oh, I don't know about it. Am I on track? Like, I'm kind of worried. Don't freak out too much, because the good thing is that you naturally fulfill them by taking classes. So I recommend just keep listening to your counselor and just keep taking your full course load. And the connection that the A through G classes have with colleges is that based on how you do in all your A through G classes in all 4 years in high school, it determines your eligibility for colleges. However, if you're wondering, oh, what GPAs will colleges look at when I'm applying, just know that for UC/CSU, that the years that they only look at are your 10th and 11th grade classes, because they understand freshman year, you're still transitioning from middle school to high school, so they give you slack on that. Well, in senior year, you're taking your classes while applying to them, so you can't really give them your grades because they're in progress. Even though they only look at your 10th and 11th grade GP, your classes to determine your GPA, know that, again, referring back to eligibility, do well in all your classes, all 4 years. So here's a continuation of what the A through G classes are. So on your right here, it shows a picture of, it gives you a breakdown of what they are. So you might notice, okay, for A, it represents history, and you see under history, there's something that says 2 years required. So what that means is it is determining your eligibility, and that's the bare minimum amount of years you have to take in order to graduate high school. And again, the bare minimum for colleges. And if you keep going down the list, for example, C, mathematics, you notice that in addition to having 3 years required, it has 4 years recommended. So that fourth year recommended is essentially an extra year that colleges highly recommend that you take if you're interested in a major related to that subject. So for example, mathematics, if you're interested in engineering, computer science, it's highly recommended that you take a fourth year, because that fourth year will give you a higher chance into getting that major/school. And also it gives you, more knowledge on that field, so you're more competitive to schools. And just some additional information for the E requirement, foreign language, know that when it says 2 years required, 2 years required mean 2 consecutive years. So it has to be 2 years of Spanish or 2 years of Chinese or whatever language you're taking, it just has to be 2 years. And then for G, for college prep, you might be wondering, oh, what is college prep elect? I'm kind of confused on how to fulfill it. Don't worry. A cool, fun thing is that for any additional years that go above, the required year for any subject, that additional year will automatically be converted to a G requirement. So if you took a third year of history, that third year of history will be converted to a G. And then I want to end the A through G requirement section by telling you just some classes that you have to take in high school. However, they do not count towards your A through G classes, which are PE, health, and college and career. So you need to take these 3 to graduate high school, but they aren't part of your A through G requirements. And I'm going to be talking about weighted and unweighted GPA now. So weighted GPA is essentially your GPA that includes your honors and AP classes. So this could give you a little nice boost to your GPA and also show colleges, hey, I'm taking these honors and college, level courses to challenge myself. While for unweighted GPA, it's just your standard case course load, so it doesn't include honors or AP. And if you're wondering where can I find my weighted unweighted GPA, you can find it on your transcript. And if you're wondering how to get your transcript, you can always ask your counselor for it, and they can definitely give it to you. And I do want to reiterate that for your college GPA, such as the GPA that the colleges look at, they only look at your A through G classes.
What is the importance of your grade? So it's good to have a good GPA because the better GPA you have, the greater opportunity you have to receive all this type of scholarships. So one scholarship or one grant that you can get is through the state of California called CAL grant. And to qualify, you have to have a certain GPA. Some scholarships also look at your grades. And when you apply for schools and colleges, they can also give you a scholarship based on the grades that you have. So this is a good opportunity for you to, the better grade you have, the better chances for you to have to receive this type of financial aid. So it's also important that if you want to go to CSU, UC, you also have to have a certain GPA. So the better GPA you have, the higher chances for you to get into these schools. So like the minimum GPA for like a UC is a 3.0. So that's like mostly B. But imagine if you have a better GPA, your chances are going to those schools, getting to those schools are greater. Some summer opportunities and internships, they look at your grade because for like an internship in the summer, they're like, we must have a student a GPA or 3.0 to get into this program. So that's why we really enforce our students to think about like having good grades and keeping up with the grades because you can get into those opportunities too. And sometimes students want to look for jobs, and when they apply for internships or any summer opportunity, they will probably ask for a resume. And when you start writing your resume, you will put your GPA. So look, if you have a good GPA on your resume, your resume look strong. So that's what we also emphasize on your grade because it's also put in your resume. These are some recommendations that we have for you guys. So if you failed a class, we recommend you to retake your class. So let's see, in your freshman year, you didn't pass one semester of Algebra 1, you can always retake in the summer or other recovery program. And again, so this is only one semester, but if you fail the whole year of Algebra 1, that's 2 semesters, and you are retaking 2 semesters. But when you do summer school, you're only doing one semester. So you will eventually have to come back to school as a sophomore year to retake the missing semester that you didn't pass. If you don't know how to start or where to get help about this credit recovery programs or to make up your classes or what kind of program you can do, you can talk to your counselor and they can give you more information about summer school, night school, and online school. And if you have opportunity, I would recommend to take AP classes or honor classes because it will look good on your application and on your transcript. So that means that you're challenging yourself and you want to like expand more your knowledge. It's not a bad thing. So if you feel like you want to give it a try, we would recommend you to take AP or honor classes. And don't get stuck on your reports cards. So sometimes students on the first grading period, they didn't do well certain classes and they get upset and they feel like and they want to give up easily because they didn't do well. Remember, you have more report cards to go and there's a couple more grading periods to go. So you have more chances to improve your grade until you get your final grade, which is your final semester grade. So don't get stuck on the report card. Remember, you still have more opportunity to improve your grades if you didn't do well on the first report card. One thing that I really also recommend students is taking advantage of all the resources we have on campus. When I was in Galileo High School, I struggled with math, so I went to after school tutoring. to get help. The tutoring services that I received was through the library, through another program very similar to the one we have at WASH, but I was able to get help on my math. I was struggling with geometry, and I went every day after school, even though it was only one math problem, because that really helped me to improve my grade. Because I set a goal to myself that I want to pass with a B at least in geometry, because I knew that in order to qualify for the school that I want to go to, I wanted to have better grades. So I really emphasize that you should take advantage of all the resources we have on campus. So Beacon is an after school touring center at WASH. And if you guys can also go to talk to your teacher during office hours, because talking to your teacher, you can also work something out if you're falling behind. If you're falling behind your classes and then you need help in certain things, teacher can also help you. And if you want to talk to someone, and you can also talk to the Wellness Center. The Wellness Center is a great place at WASH where you can come and ask if you need to talk to an advisor about certain things that you're going through, because grades can be stressful. So that's a great resource to also seek out for. And lastly, if you have friends in class and you guys are all struggling and you need help, a great way to start is maybe study groups. Study groups. Study groups are helpful because you guys can help each other, share notes, and go over together things that you guys don't understand. And maybe another group member can help you to go over a few things that they understand but you didn't understand. So it's good. Study groups are helpful. So if you can, create a study group too.
All right, so in this slide, we'll be talking about extracurricular activities. So these are just some examples that would count. So clubs, sports, internships, volunteer programs, after school programs, and personal responsibilities. So for personal responsibilities, what that means is if you, for example, take your younger sibling to school, drop them off every morning and pick them up after school, or help, your grandparents because they need help because they're just too old to do anything. You help them after school on top of doing homework. That counts as personal responsibilities, and it's something that you do want to let colleges know. If you have any question on what personal responsibilities mean, definitely reach out to us in the college center and ask us questions. So whenever a student comes to me and asks questions like, how do I choose an extracurricular activity? I always tell them, do quality over quantity. And you want to be that because you want to be very strategic about what you're gaining from these experiences, because you don't want to do something just for the sake of it, and it, like, if it's a one-time thing and you're not gaining much from it, I highly recommend not going for that. Instead, go for something that allows you to explore your interests, gain skills, because exploring your interests and gaining skills will help you in the future. So if you gain skills in an internship and it can be applied to multiple fields or multiple aspects of your life, go for it. And then when I say explore your interests, if you're not sure or like you're kind of on the fence about a certain thing, have an internship or volunteer for something, because it will give you a more hands-on experience and you'll find out whether or not you really like it or not. And it's okay to constantly change your interests and your activities a lot, because again, you're exploring your interest and you just want to find out, do I like this or not? And it's okay. That's completely okay. And the good thing about being involved with extracurricular activities is that you can use your experience to write in future essays, such as essays for scholarships, even for school and college essays. And I just want to let you know that UCs and private schools, they have a specific way they look at your application called holistic view. So what that means is they do look at your grades, but they look at a student as a whole. So like what I mentioned about personal responsibilities, if you do help your younger sibling or grandparents do things, colleges wants to know that. They want to know, oh, okay, you're more than just your grades. You're a person who are involved in so and so activities. I'm passionate about this and this. That's why I'm involved in this. So if you have any of these, definitely you want to show the school so they know your whole story. And I just want to say that it's good to be involved with a lot of extracurricular activities, but just find a good balance of keeping your grades up and being involved. So it's kind of hard, but I know you guys will do well on it. So just find a nice balance between keeping your grades up and also being involved and exploring your interests. And that's kind of like coming to an end of our presentation. And I hope this gave you guys a better idea of what college eligibility are. And I hope, if you have any questions, you can visit us in the college center and always ask us questions, because we're always welcoming new students. All right. I hope you guys have a good day.